cross-legged if that's comfortable for you. If not, straight leg. And we're just going to start with nice slow circles. So you can close your eyes and just focus on your breathing. Just let go of all of your thoughts from your day. Just keep circling on around. And with every circle, try to go a little slower. Try to search for a little tightness or stress from your day. If you'd like to set an intention for today's class, think about it, inhale it, and open the mouth inside out. Then let's pause and reverse our circle on the next inhale. Just try to loosen up that lower back. Try to feel it in your hips a little. Okay, 2 more circles. And let's come back to center. Sit up nice and tall. The eyes are still closed. Just acknowledge how you feel in this moment. Stay close to your intention if you set one. And on the next inhale, we're going to inhale the arms above the head. And as we exhale, we'll take a gentle twist to the left. Allow your left hand to come down to the floor close to your body. And your right hand can come to your left knee. Try to keep it gentle. It's our first twist of the night. And we'll be here for 5 deep breaths. Good. 2 more deep breaths. And then when you exhale that 5th breath, slowly come out of your twist, but just enough to where you can fold over that right knee. So your hands might be on the knee, the left knee. Your hands might be on the knee, or you can reach your arms as far forward and get as deep as you like in this fold on that left side. Good. Now bring both hands to your left knee, and we're going to do a little cat-cow motion. So as we inhale, try to lift your chest, try to look up and arch the back forward. And as you exhale, chin to chest, try to round back onto that right hip. Do 2 more of these. Inhale, lengthen, look up. Exhale, squeeze the belly and round. One more time. Inhale. And exhale. Good. Slowly come back to center and switch the crossing of your legs. If your legs are crossed, place the opposite one in front. Close the eyes. Just acknowledge how your left side body feels in comparison to your right. And then you can inhale, allow the arms to float up towards the sky. And as you exhale, gentle twist to your right. Bringing that right hand down to the ground, close to the body, but back against your right shoulder. Try not to force it. We'll do more twists tonight. Three more deep breaths. And on that 3rd exhale, slowly come out of your twist just enough to where you can fold over your right knee. Extending the arms out or keeping them close to the body. Take 3 deep breaths. Good. Now hold on to the knee and we'll do cat and cows towards our right knee. So as you inhale, once again, lengthen through the spine, send the chest forward, look up. And as you exhale, shake the chest, round it all up. 2 more times. Inhale. Exhale. Last one, big breath in through your nose. Exhale out of your nose. Good. All right, let's come back to center one last time. Just close the eyes before we head to tabletop. Acknowledge how your body feels. Take a nice slow breath in. And then as you exhale, blink open your eyes and let's find tabletop position. Coming onto your hands and knees. Make sure the knees are hip distance apart. Make sure your hands are underneath your shoulders. We're going to do some cat cows now in the center. So on the inhale, allow the belly to go down towards the floor, look up. And as you exhale, chin to chest, squeeze the belly and round into your cat. Try about 10 of these. You can tuck your toes if your feet need a little stretch, or you can keep them untucked. So keep going with your breath, inhaling and exhaling. Good. Really feel it. Keep going. Two more times. And then come to a flat back and straighten the right leg. Bring the foot up to hip level. Toes point down towards the ground. Stay here or engage the belly and try to straighten your left arm forward. You can have your left fingertips on the floor if you're working on your balance. But we're just going to strengthen this right hip and the core for 3 breaths. One more breath in. And as you exhale, bring your left hand down to the mat. It can be right under the face or over towards the right side of your mat. We're going to take that left leg, cross it over the body, come outside of the left side of your mat, and look back behind your left shoulder. So really press into the hands to send the right hip out. Get a stretch there. 3 breaths. Good. One more breath in. And as we exhale, we'll bring everything back to center. Take one more cat cow. Inhale into your cow. Exhale into your cat. Coming to a flat back, we'll straighten the left leg and the right arm if possible. Bringing everything up to about hip level or keeping the fingertips on the floor working on your back. Good. Keep breathing. Keep squeezing the navel in. And on the exhale, the right hand goes down, the left leg comes outside the right side of your mat. Look back behind your right shoulder. 3 deep breaths. Then one more breath. And then bring everything back to center. Let's tuck our toes, spread our fingers, and find our first downward facing dog. Just to stretch out the lower back and the sit muscles. So really try to send your tailbone up, keep a slight bend. And then take a nice slow walk to forward fold, bringing your feet to meet your hands. Hang as heavy as you can with your feet about hip distance. Feel free to reach for your elbows and sway yourself from left to right or forward and back. Spend about 4 breaths there. Just allow gravity to weigh you down. Good. One more breath. In and out. And then pull the navel in. Bring the hands to the shins. Inhale to a half lift. And exhale, fold. One more time, inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Good. Now we're going to find our way over to the wall. So when we come into this position, take your time rising. You're going to be about arm distance away from the wall. Your feet are going to be about a little wider than your hips, and you're going to send your hips back. And this is how far you'll know. As soon as you send your chest down, you might need to walk your feet back. And like we were doing in our half lift, you want to feel a stretch in the lower body, but also in the upper body with your arms pushed up against the wall. Good, so a nice flat back. Works the ground. Good, keep pressing into the wall. We'll be here for about 4 breaths. If your hamstrings are really tight, keep those knees bent. Good, we've got 2 more breaths, pressing up against the wall. And then we'll slowly walk towards the wall to come out of this. And we're going to turn so that our back is up against the wall. And once your back is up against the wall, we're going to separate our feet because we're going to work on our triangles. So if either of you need to kind of move around, if this is in the way or if that curve is in the way, then you let me know. We're going to start with a right side triangle. So your right toes are going to be turned towards the right. Your left toes will be facing towards the front. We're going to bring the arms out like a T. Now this can be done on your mat or up against the wall. Either is fine. We're going to reach towards the right as we inhale and allow your right hand to come down. Your left hand will come up. And if you are using the wall, try to lean back on the wall. This works the alignment here. Good. Keep breathing and separate this. And then reach and try to look up, or you can look down. Good. So we'll spend about 4 breaths in triangle pose, either using the wall or not. Feel your stretch up the left side of your body. And if you are using that wall, really stay connected to the wall. We've got 1 more breath. We're going to inhale, squeeze the belly, bring the arms up. And on the exhale, relax the arms, walk the feet back in. So just shake it out. Sway your hips from left to right. That might have created a little tension on your left side body. Okay. And then when you're done, you're going to widen those feet again. You're going to turn your left toes to face to the left. Arms out like a T. Right toes face forward. Reach towards your left as you inhale. And as you exhale, the left hand comes down, right arm reaches high. Try to lean back onto your wall if you're using it. Yeah. You can feel the wall, but you can take it all the way back if you'd like. Oh no, you feel their soreness, huh? All right, breathe it out. See, I missed a good class there. I'm sore, I don't know what it's from. So we've got 1 more big breath in and out. And then to come out of it, squeeze everything, bring the arms out like a T. And then bring the arms down. We're going to turn towards the wall and take that half fold 1 more time. So feet wide to your hips, press into the wall, send your belly deep down towards the floor. Nice wide feet. Good. Now Now we're gonna get a little deeper into our fold. We're still use the wall, but bring your hands to your hips and widen your feet, even wider than you did before. Now you don't have to use the wall here, but this does help. Now I have to lean back and kind of lean to the side, fold forward. Then I bring my hands to the floor. Then I walk a little closer and lean into the wall. Press my back up against the wall. And this is going to give you like a mid-back stretch.
How'd you do that?
Okay. So I take it into my fold, like maybe shift your head to the side, then bring it down, and then walk it closer. And then lean into it. And I can bring a block if you need it. And if you're able to get about this part of your back on the wall, then you'll start to feel that pressure from the wall. And wherever you are, just breathe. Good. This is a great pose to do, especially when you first wake up in the morning and you're super tight and everything just wants to scream at you. Just send that neck and upper back up against the wall. Now feel free to start to sway side to side. If you're up against the wall, you might feel it deeper in your hip when you sway. Okay. Hopefully you still have feeling in your face. Now to come out of this, we'll have to push the weight back onto the heels, take a couple steps away from the wall, bring the hands to the hips, lean to one side if you need to, and drag yourself up nice and slow. Good. When you get lifted, shake it out, sway it out, take turns bending your knees, whatever feels good. All right. Now we're going to do some hip circles. So you can use the wall, or if you want to test your balance, you can just hold on to your hips. We're going to start with the right hip. So just start to make some circles, nice and slow, pulling the belly in. Good. We'll try for 5. And then we'll reverse and try for 5. Good. All right. Now we're going to turn back towards the wall. We're going to cross our right ankle on top of our left leg, either on below the knee or above the knee. You're going to hold on to the wall and start to bend your left knee as if you were sitting down in a chair. Keep your right foot flexed. There you go. You can walk your hands slowly down the wall. The lower you take it, the deeper your stretch will be. Really breathe into that hip. Good. Let's all take a cleansing breath. Inhale deeply through the nose. Sigh it out the mouth. One more time. This time try to get a little lower as you sigh it out. Good. Slowly come out of it. Now, whichever hip you were stretching, turn that hip up against the wall, like towards the wall, and cross that left leg in front of your right and press your right hip into the wall. My hip's not actually touching the wall, but I'm pressing into it to feel an outer hip stretch. So bend that front knee if you need to. 3 breaths here. Okay, you got it. And now let's switch. We'll face the wall. We'll cross the left ankle on top of the right leg, above or below the knee. Press into the wall as you start to bend your right knee and flex your left foot. Try to get as low as you can without forcing, especially if this hip is tighter than the other. This is where I'm blocked. Yeah. So does this feel good?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like yes, no.
Yes, no. It's like that love-hate relationship. So it's very important, slow breathing for you. We've got 3 more breaths. Try to get a little lower. Let's make cleansing breaths. Inhale through the nose. Try it all out. One more. Big breath in and out. Slowly come out of it. Turn so that your left hip is up against the wall or towards the wall. Gently cross your right leg in front of left. And then press that left hip into the wall. Whichever hip you just stretched. Okay, so yes, so the right leg goes in front of left. Yeah, and then you press that hip you just stretched up against the wall. Good. 3 deep breaths. And then slowly release, shake it out, turn so that your back is up against the wall. So we're going to do a side body stretch again, but instead of triangle, we're going to have both feet facing forward. Your feet are a little wider than your hips. We're going to bring the arms out like a T. We're going to allow the left arm to float down by our side. The right arm reaches high. And then take that lean or push your body up against the wall. And then keep sending your right arm above the head, reaching towards your left side. But try to keep your right shoulder and elbow on the wall. Good. Inhale, reach a little deeper. And on the exhale, bring it all up and relax. Shake your shoulders out. Then we'll take it to the other side. So arms out like a T. Inhale. Exhale, take it over to your right, allowing that left arm to reach up and over. Try to keep your left shoulder and elbow on the wall. Breathe. Inhale. And as you exhale, squeeze and bring it up. Walk your feet in. Shake it out and just melt yourself down into a fold. Reach for the back of your legs and squeeze the upper and lower body together. Let your head, let your neck be free. A few more breaths. And then slowly rise up. Now for those of you at home, you may not have a block. So I'm going to show you the alternative for this next pose that we will do. You'll start with your left leg as your standing leg. And if you're able to reach for your right knee, you're going to try to open that right knee back towards the back of you. So this is option 1. If you have blocks or you'd like to take it a step further, you're going to place one block on the floor so that your foot is resting. You'll place the other block up against the wall, and then you'll hold on to the wall, engaging and pressing your knee towards the wall. Okay, so block on the floor, probably the highest level, probably both of them you want to use. And then you want to keep your shoulders and hips squared towards the wall. If you're not using your block, find that steady place to gaze. Careful. Yeah. It looks like you're not doing much, but you'll feel it. And just keep pressing into that block. Yeah, you like that?
Yeah.
Good. The love-hate relationship. I guess that's tonight's class. So keep breathing. We'll hold this for maybe about 5 breaths. And even if you're at home and you're up against the wall, challenge yourself to find that engagement and keep pressing that right knee forward. We've got 3 more breaths. Next time we might use a chair for this one. Good. And slowly release. You can continue to hold on to the wall. We're going to do leg extensions on that right side. So flex your foot, bring your right leg up as high as you can, and then bring it back to meet the foot. So it's an inhale, open the leg to the right with a flexed foot, and an exhale, bring it back to meet the left. So see if you can complete about 10 of those, opening the leg and then closing the leg. And if you're not using the wall, try to make it nice, slow, and controlled, and keep your belly pulled in. Try not to hold the breath. Good. A few more times. One more time. And then lower that right foot, sway your hips left and right, make any little circles before we do the left side. All right, so if you're using the blocks, go ahead and position the blocks over to your left leg. If you're not using the blocks, go ahead and reposition however you did on the other side. If you're working on your balance, pull the navel in and try to open that hip to the left and back. If you're pressing into the wall, keep your shoulders and hips square and press that knee and thigh into your block. I'm really liking this block on the wall thing.
This one doesn't feel as good.
It's a tighter one, so usually this higher side doesn't like it as much. Keep breathing. Got about 5 more breaths here. And on your exhale, release your pose, set your blocks to the side if you're using them, and begin to extend that left leg to the side with a flexed foot, and then bring it back in, either using the wall or using your balance. One more time, lift and lower. Okay. So next, we will bring our right knee. We're facing the wall to start. And if you are using blocks, you're going to have the blocks on the left side of you. And you're going to lift your right knee, rotate, spinal twist over to the left. You can place your right foot on your blocks, and if you don't have blocks, then you're going to try to reach for the right knee with your left hand and twist to your right. So for those of us that have a block, it's a spinal twist with our right foot on the block. You might have your right hand on the wall. You're going to look to your right. And you can use your left hand to help twist the body a little deeper if you'd like. And your left toes might face the wall, they might be facing more to the left, depending on the flexibility in your ankle. Good. Hopefully this feels nice, a nice spinal twist. We'll be 2 more breaths here. Good. And then release. Walk it over or switch to the other side to where you lift your left knee, rotate it across the body, and start to twist, looking to your left. And if you're testing your balance again, try to find that steady place to gaze. Take 3 deep breaths. And then slowly come out of it, take a fold, take a couple circles, just have that moment. Release the tension in the hip. Breathe. All right, so we're still using the wall. So if you moved away from the wall, we're going to have our left side up against the wall. We're going to step our right foot forward, so kind of like pyramid feet. All toes face slightly forward. Now we're going to rotate our upper body towards the wall, so rotate to the left. Take both hands to the left, and this might be enough for you. Or you can start to lean forward and press back into that left hip. So both legs are straight, arms are slightly bent. Okay, so you want your right foot forward, your left foot back. Yeah, and then rotate and lean. Feel the difference? Okay. Do you feel it in your left hip?
Well, kind of.
Okay, it's not so much deep. Now, if you want more, walk your hands down the wall. Take it more into a fold. There it is. So the wall is our friend tonight. You can leave your right hand on the wall. If you want to bring it down to the floor for a deeper stretch, you can do that as well. We'll do 3 breaths in and out. And if you walk your hands down the wall, slowly walk your hands up the wall. And go ahead and turn around so that your right side is up against the wall. Your left leg will go forward. Your right leg will go back. All 10 toes face forward. Rotate and twist to your right. Stay there or start to lean forward, walking your hands down the wall, pressing back into your right hip. This side might feel better, it might not. Two more breaths. One more breath. Slowly start to walk your hands up the wall. And come on back up. So now we're going to find our way back to the mat. And if your mat is away from the wall and you want to go ahead and move it closer to the wall, you can. We're going to do about 4 stretches not using the wall, and then we will end with the wall. So it's up to you. You can move your mat now, or you can move it later. We're going to use the wide side of the mat. So coming into more of a straddle position. The legs nice and wide. And once you get in your straddle position, try to lift your cheeks so that you find the bony part of your sit bones. And then we're just going to take a walk. And you may not go anywhere, but you're going to flex both feet, turn them slightly back, and fold. Get that inner thigh and inner hip stretch. Okay?
Can you get those one back?
Just a hair. Just a hair. So little by little, try to work the arms forward. Try not to slouch. Keep the spine nice and long. Healthy spine. Now let's take a walk over towards our left leg. And see if you can place your left hand underneath your knee or calf or heel, depending on how far you are. Just enough to hold on to the leg. You might even hold on to the ankle. And then we're going to take our right arm and we're going to inhale it up towards the ceiling. And then exhale it towards your left big toe. And then inhale it back up towards the ceiling. Exhale towards big toe. Now we inhale up and exhale it behind the back. Take a half bind and rotate that chest and shoulder up. Try to look up if it feels okay. Try to pull the shoulders away from your ears. Good. Now inhale the right arm up, and on the exhale, reach towards your left big toe and bring that right hand down to the ground, folding over your left leg. You might need to reposition if your ribs or anything extra gets in the way. Just kind of move it out of the way so you can get the most of your stretch. We've got 4 more breaths. Good. 1 more breath. And then walk the hands back through the center. Try to fold in the center 1 more time. This time you can allow the toes to go inward, like the arches of the feet are going towards the floor. Feel free to sway left and right, or just stay in stillness. Now walk the hands over towards the right leg. Turn the toes to face up and hold on to that right leg, under the leg, the ankle or heel. And then inhale the left arm up in the air, reach high. And as you exhale, reach across for that right big toe. Inhale back up. Exhale, reach for the toe. Now we inhale up and exhale, take it behind the back. Rotate the chest and shoulder towards the ceiling. Keep the feet flexed. Good. Now inhale, the left arm comes up. Exhale, reach for the right toes. Fold over that right leg. Allow the left hand to come down to the ground. Keep breathing. From here, let's walk the hands through center. Take the hands over towards the left leg, and we'll take this into pigeon. So start to bend your left knee, and don't worry about the leg crossing the mat. You can bring that left heel all the way in And then roll onto your left knee and straighten your right leg back. So it's not your traditional pigeon where the leg will cross the mat. You want your heel close, your left heel close to your groin. And just start to rock yourself left and right. When you find that tight spot, hold it there. You can stay on the hands or you can come down to the elbows. We'll stay here for about 6 breaths. Keep breathing. Good. If you came down to the elbows, come back to the hands. Gently roll onto your left hip and help your right leg straight forward. So now we're like seated tree. That left sole of the foot comes inside of your right leg. Flex your right foot. Inhale, the arms reach high. On the exhale, reach forward, folding over the right leg. Breathe deep. Two more breaths in your fold. And then slowly release. We'll open up the right leg to the right. Start to bend the right knee as you send the left leg back. We're coming into the pigeon on this side. So again, not trying to get that leg to cross the body, just bringing the heel closer to the groin. Lifting up tall, start to rock side to side, searching for that tightness. And then stay to the hands or lower down to the forearms and elbows. Breathe it out. One more deep breath. If you came to the elbows, come back to the hands. Gently roll onto your right hip. Help left leg around, find that seated tree. Right sole of the foot goes inside of your left leg. Flex your left foot. Inhale, bring the arms up. Exhale, take a fold, reaching for the toes or the ankle or the knee, and hold on to it. Keep breathing deep. Two more breaths. All right. Let's slowly release, and if you're not already close to the wall, go ahead and scoot yourself closer to the wall. And we're going to start with your right hip towards the wall. Your right leg will be straight. We're going to take a spinal twist with the left leg reaching for the wall. So once you come down to your back, scoot your hips to the left side of your mat. Bring your left knee in, allow it to cross the body, and see if your left foot can press into the wall. And then you can use your right hand to kind of help that left knee and hip stay in place. If that's too much, you can come into a regular spinal twist that feels better for you. Okay? Now, can you scoop on that right hip a little bit? Like bring the hips towards me. There. You might feel it more.
I don't know.
So first, you want to scoop your hips a little towards me. I know I got you doing wrong. That's it. And then straighten your right leg and see if you can bring your left foot to the wall. So bend the knee, there it is. And then press like you're kicking it to the wall. You feel it? Yeah? All right, that's good. That's where you want to be. And if you want more, then you can use your right hand to kind of hold that knee into place. When you push the wall away, you're creating a little resistance. Good. Breathe. Nice and deep. Four more breaths in your spinal twist. One more breath. And then you can slowly come out of your twist and take bridge pose. Bringing the hips back to the center of your mat. Feet are flat, send your hips up into your bridge. Inhale, send your hips higher. Exhale, lower your hips down. And just windshield wiper, allow your knees to fall from left to right. Feel free to take a hug, hugging the knees in and massaging your lower back. And once you're done with that, then we have to find our way onto our left side. The left side up against the wall. So however you want, scoot yourself, turn yourself around.
Someone just spin me.
I know, we need those little spinning chairs to spin us all around. Thank you all for being open to using the wall tonight. So once you turn yourself around, do the hokey pokey. The left hip will be up against the wall. And then you're going to scoot your hips over to the right. Try to roll onto your left hip and bring your right foot up against the wall. Pressing or kicking that right foot into the wall, creating that resistance on this side. I know it's tough to get that foot to stay. So it takes a little engaging. It's not as relaxing as our normal twist. We've got 3 more breaths. Keep kicking that foot into the wall. Good. And then release. And turn so that your feet are up against the wall. We're going to try a bridge with the feet up against the wall. So scoot yourself so that your feet can rest on the wall. Not too close, not too far. And see if you can press into the wall and just lift your tailbone off of the floor. Shifting your weight to the mid-back. Your feet are hip distance apart. And make sure your feet are nice and level with each other. And then send your hips up a little higher if possible. A little higher, shifting your weight to the upper back. Feel free to straighten one leg. Point and flex the foot. And then bring that foot down, straighten the other leg, point and flex. And bring that foot down, lower your hips down. And just try to scoot yourself, like inch yourself closer to the wall if possible. It might be a struggle, you may not move, but if you are able to get closer, it'll be a little easier for you in our next asana. We're going to come into a straddle, so heels up against the wall. Open your legs up as wide as you'd like. Feel free to use your hands to support the thighs. Good. We're all doing a straddle split now. You can open the arms up wide, opening your hips, opening your heart, releasing any stress from your day. Let it go.
Someone's gonna have to get me out of this.
I'll help you out. Hopefully I can get out of it too. All right, so you can spend another breath or so there, and then slowly help your legs back closer together so that you can bring the soles of the feet together. Allow the knees to open wide. So you can use your hands if you want to add pressure to the knees or thighs, or you just can keep them relaxed. The closer you are to the wall, the better off you will be in this pose. Good. All right, so now it's time for Shavasana. You can stay right as you are in this position. If it feels really yummy to you, then go for it. If you feel you need to come out of it and scoot closer to the wall, then do so. You can also straighten the legs and do legs up the wall, very beneficial for you. Or come off the wall and take your corpse pose. So whatever you prefer, go ahead and get nice and comfortable, resting in this position. And I'll guide you back in a few moments to go inward. Find that stillness. Just be with your breath. Let's all take a deep breath in through the nose. If your knees are bent, go ahead and straighten your legs up towards the sky. On the exhale, straighten your arms up again towards the sky. Just circle your wrist, wiggle your fingers and toes. And however you want to come out of this pose, you can hug the knees in, you can scoot yourself away, and then find a fetal position, rolling on to either your right or left side. You can choose tonight. And rest in your fetal. Make a little pillow for your face if you'd like. Remember your intention and have gratitude. Thank your body. Thank your mind. And as we enter this new moon cycle, perhaps we thank Mother Nature and the universe. And then slowly push yourself up. Try to keep your eyes closed and try to find a comfortable seated position. Take a nice deep breath. Hold the breath. Take a nice slow exhale. Hold the exhale. Let's all inhale the arms above the head, bringing the palms together. Exhale, hands to our hearts. And I leave you all with love, with peace, and with joy. Thank you so much for joining me tonight and allowing me to guide you in this practice. The light within me honors and salutes the light within you. Namaste.